Did you get a standing ovation when you went back to class for that game winner?
Yeah, it was pretty different, man. Just going back to class, walking around campus, people were just like, "Nice shot, man. We saw the game," and so that was actually cool.
How many times do you rewatch it?
I mean, I'm a big film guy, so I'm always watching film. So, really just, yeah, it was a big shot, but I'm looking at what happened, so how do we get there? And so, yeah.
If I could take you back to that just a little bit more, what does it mean to you personally to get that love from everybody around here on campus after something like that?
I mean, it's dope, man. It's a blessing. It just really shows love and how, like, the fans and the people up here really care about the sport and really care about their athletics. And so, yeah, it's a blessing.
You mentioned you were looking at film. Talk to us about how you think the team got there in that position where you needed to hit that shot, and how do you not put yourselves in position to need to do that in the future?
I mean, we just struggled with following the game plan. We knew the game plan coming in. We knew for a fact that they were a good three-point shooting team, and we knew for a fact that the only way they could really, really beat us, really beat us was, three-point shooting. And credit to them, man, they hit 14 threes, and so we really just bombed the game plan. Because coming in, Coach Savino really stressed. They're going to be driving and kicking. They're going to be looking for three-point shots. They're going to pump fake. They're going to go up 2 feet in the paint and look for shooters, and so we knew that, but I guess come game time, we just bombed it.
What was the issue? Was it a lot of overhelping? What did you kind of see when you were looking at the game plan?
I mean, we were switching, and so our big men would be on the guard, and so they were playing ISO ball, and so we were too much worried about helping out our big men too much, and they would spray out the threes.
What are you looking forward to about this Villanova game in Philly?
I mean, we played Villanova, man, at Nova. It doesn't get any better than that, man. It's actually that experience to be able to play in that game. I'm very excited about that.
You feel like you have to be a leader as the point guard and a sophomore on this team going into an environment like that?
For sure. Not only me, but everybody has to be locked in, and this is a very big game for that, and we get to see, man, how it practices and how all this stuff comes into play. So, I mean, we're excited about it, man. Preparing for it, and we just can't wait to go to Philadelphia.
How often do you get to play in NBA gyms?
Not often. Especially, this is my second year, so last year we got to play, T-Mobile Arena, we got to play Madison Square Garden, so more and more. So I'm excited to see what arena we're going to be playing in this year. Plus, we play after Villanova, we play in Atlanta, I believe, against Ohio State.
The Hawks place.
The Hawks arena, yeah.
So those little things like that, they matter to you.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, who wouldn't want to play on an NBA arena?
Earlier this season, obviously you were sat for the one game. How did that maybe serve as maybe a wake-up call or something to kind of maybe motivate you going forward?
I mean, what was the question again?
Just as far as, the one game you were sat,
Yeah.
Did that serve as any sort of wake-up call or anything like that?
I mean, a wake-up call, yes. I mean, it just shows, man, just sitting there, man, I really wanted to be on that court and just be able to help my team. And so I knew for a fact I couldn't do that. So, yes, it's a wake-up call, and it shows that my team, needs me on that court. And so, yeah, it was a wake-up call.
Your mid-range game has been a real strength this year. How much work did you put in on that over the offseason?
A lot of work. A lot of work. I take pride in my mid-range. I don't like missing a mid-range shot at all. And of course it's gonna happen, but that's just one thing I know for a fact. I'm a big fan of watching Chris Paul. And so I love how he comes off the screen and just, pace, and then gets to his shot in the mid-range area. And so, growing up, I've always watched that. And so I've been a good mid-range shooter growing up and stuff like that, and it just carried on, and so I've been just working on it consistently. And so this summer was actually a 3-ball summer for me, and so I was just making sure to work on my 3-point shot, just get that percentage up, because I know for a fact I'm gonna have big minutes and be able to, I'm gonna be in spots to where I know for a fact I gotta make those shots. So, yeah.
Have you still been in regular contact with Tiger?
Yeah.
What's been his biggest kind of advice to you?
It's a long season, man. Keep your head on straight and just keep your mental right.
How's he doing?
He's doing great. He's my guy.
When you were talking about pace, it almost made me think that, if you want to play with pace, this is the right school for you, because, You know, not every game y'all gonna be scoring 100 or 90 or anything like that. Like, it's gonna take defense and timely offense to win games.
Yeah, it's a war out there for sure, and defense wins games, and this is the place to be for that. Cronin stresses defense 24/7, and also, man, he trusts me, and so with that, you know, I got to be a coach on the floor. For, you know, when we're on the opposite end and we're playing in a big environment to where like we can't hear coach on the other side, so I got to be that voice on the court. And so,
Thank you.
Thanks, Dylan.
appreciate.